Hey guys! I am on Facebook Live for the first time. Yes, I am. I'm actually really excited about it. It's been a really... Oh, okay. Hi guys! I don't know if I'm supposed to say this again because it just said you're live, we're building an audience for you. So I don't know if you heard me the first time, but this is my first Facebook Live. It's really funny because oh, hey Sarah, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, hi, I'm Dawn Herring, founder of Refresh with Dawn Herring, where finding joy takes center stage. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Sarah, I appreciate that. Put on a mask to give yourself a fun look. No, I don't want to do that. Will not do that. Thank you for the suggestion, Facebook. But anyway, here I am, and I'm also using my iPad so that in case anybody leaves a comment, or you can leave comments anytime you want. I would love to hear from you guys. Of course, the topic that I'm using, yeah, I know, Facebook takes time to catch up. You are absolutely right. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know about what is creatively inspiring me right now. And I want to know what's creatively inspiring you. Actually, I'm more interested in that than I am in what's creatively inspiring me at the moment, because I want to hear from you. Would love to hear from you. And please, if you are watching this video live, please let me know. Drop your name and where you're from in the comments, and then of course share what's creatively inspiring you right now. I would absolutely love to know. Yes. Oh, hi Doris! Oh my gosh, Doris, it is so good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Doris is actually a very special person who I've known since I was a very young child. Yes. She is my mom's closest friend. Yes. And she means a lot to me. So having you on my live video is just absolutely wonderful, Doris. Thank you so much for joining me. So you're welcome to share what's creatively inspiring you if you'd like to. So this is my first time on Facebook Live. I'm kind of a little bit nervous, but not too badly, right? I'm really glad to be here, and I want to share with you what I've been up to in my creative world. And I just thought I would share with you some new things that have come up for me. But before I do that, I wanted to let you guys know that I have a new private Facebook group. I don't know how many people have seen it. Oh, thank you so much for the heart, Sarah. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's called Your Path to Joy. It's a private Facebook group that I started up maybe a month or two ago. I don't even remember how long ago it's been. Probably a couple of months. Hi, Holly! Nice to see you! Hi! Holly happens to be my neighbor in real life. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to tell you, yes, I know, I've seen you live too, extremely so, Sarah, and you've done really well too. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you about the group because I'm really excited to have it. It's a private group. It's called Your Path to Joy, like I said before, and it is specifically, the purpose behind the group is specifically to give people space to share what is bringing them joy. I like to call it my spot of joy. Greetings, Dawn. Oh, hi. Elaine Marie, how are you? You just stumbled upon your live stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Doris. Looking good, sounding good. Thank you. I really, really appreciate all this encouragement. It's so good to see you, Elaine. How are you? I haven't seen you in a really long time, so it's wonderful to see you. So yeah, back to what I was saying about the Path to Joy group, Your Path to Joy group. Thanks for the heart, Sarah. I appreciate it. The purpose of the group is to give people space to share what brings them joy, like I said before. And I like to call it my spot of joy. Basically, I think about what brought me joy in my day, that day. And I like to share. I don't share every single day on there because you probably would get kind of bored with me saying the same thing over and over again. But I do often share specific things on there in our private group that is bringing me joy at the moment. And I have been delighted with the members in our group who have shared their spots of joy. Yes, they have been sharing them with me. You can either share it in your own status or you can leave a comment below what I have shared. So if you want to join our group, you can go to Your Path to Joy. You can just type it in the search box for groups, and you'll find it. Yes, I know, Sarah, you are a member, and I'm so glad you're there. And no, I have not seen you post at all, so do so. My goal with the group is for folks to be active, because the whole point behind the group is for people to be thinking about what brings them joy and then talk about it, celebrate it, have fun with it. And you can share a video, you can share an image, you can just write text about what's bringing you joy. So that is what I wanted to share about the Path to Joy, Your Path to Joy group. I'm so excited that I have, yes, I know you do. I know you do, Sarah. I'm so excited about it because it really makes such a difference to share what's bringing you joy. Because when you think about what's bringing you joy, guess what you want to do? You want to do more. Right? You want to increase the joy factor in your life. And that's exactly the point. And that leads me to talk to you about my new website. I relaunched my website back in January. And it has all new navigation, text, images, and it's where finding joy takes center stage. I am so excited about this focus that I have on my Refresh with Dawn Herring website. I'm really, really excited about it. And if you go to my personal profile on Facebook, you want to be added, Holly, to Your Path to Joy group? Is that what you're saying? If so, I will do that today. I will add you today. If you want me to do that, I'll make a note of that to do that for you. If you don't want to have to look it up, I totally get that. Yes, I will add you if that's what you want. Yes, isn't that fun? I know, I have so much fun sharing my spots of joy. But yes, I'm so excited about my new website. Yes, please, awesome, yay, I will do that. I will add you to the group. So yeah, my website at dawnherring.net, there is a link for it in my previous post that's on my profile page. If you go below this one, you'll see the link for dawnherring.net. And you're going to see everything new. The new navigation is all joy focused, and it has all the different categories of things that I do, and I've got everything organized in a new way than what was there before. So I'm so excited about this. Plus there's new images of me doing different things. So I'm really excited to share all that with you guys. Yes, awesome. So I wanted to tell you about the new website and the new group. And so now that I have done that, you're welcome to go check out the website if you would like to see what will bring you joy. I do have journaling prompts on there, and I also have Refresh Daily Blog, which is where I share my creative life and what brings me joy on there. As a matter of fact, the last post that I wrote was my summary for 2016, and that has a lot of different things that really inspired me last year in my creative life and in journal chat and all that stuff. And it has a lot of links. So if you want to go to Refresh Daily Blog, which I also left a comment link in the previous status below this one, if you want to go there too and check out that blog post. And you know what? That actually includes one of the things that has been creatively inspiring me. Oh, well, actually, Your Path to Joy is on there. No, actually, I don't know if that's on there. I don't know how long it's been since I've had my group. I forget whether or not I don't think it's in that blog post. But anyway, okay. So I'm going to switch my focus here, and I'm going to start sharing with you what's creatively inspiring me. I'm going to start with music. I know everybody loves music, right? Right? So if you have been creatively inspired by a song or an artist lately, drop a comment and let me know who it is, because I'd love to know. I'm going to share with you what mine is. I don't know if you are familiar with the cover of this CD. Her name is Grace VanderWaal. If you haven't heard of her, she was the winner of America's Got Talent this past season. She just turned 13 in January, so she's a young one, but she is extremely talented. And I just wanted to share that with you because I have been I listened to her CD once through. You have way too many to drop just one. Well, one will do. One will do. So anyway, yes, Grace has really inspired me. Yes, she has. She has really inspired me. And the reason why she has inspired me is because she's young. She writes her own music. She plays the ukulele, which is, you know, not the most common thing you see generally. And I'm really excited about that. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of songs that I really, really like on her CD that I think is really, really fun. I just got a text. That's why I was a little... Hi, Elaine. Marie, I see you again. The Time of My Life by David Cook. Ooh, I like David Cook. I don't listen to his music, but I like him. As a matter of fact, I heard his song, Come Back to Me, which I think was one of his first hits when he first, I think he won American Idol one year, I'm pretty sure. And I heard that song yesterday when I was out. And I was like, oh, I remembered that song. It's a really good song. I like that song. Hi, Hannah. My daughter Hannah just joined me. How are you? She's on my live video. This is so exciting. So back to Grace VanderWaal. Yeah, she has been my musical inspiration ever since I saw her on America's Got Talent. And ever since she's been doing her thing. She's been interviewed all over the place. I don't know if anybody else knows her or has seen her or has heard her. I featured her audition on America's Got Talent in a blog post on Refresh Daily, and I think I called it a golden buzzer moment. Yes. Your dad just said he's inspired by Don Henley. Ah, Don Henley. Let's see. Okay. That name sounds really familiar. Do you have a song title you could share by Don Henley? I'm sure I probably know this guy. I just... sounds like an older name. So, which would make sense, since it's your dad. Yes. Oh, of course you love her name, Sarah. That's your middle name, right? So anyway, I just wanted to tell you, yeah, I know, right? That was really funny. So Grace's CD, it's called Perfectly Imperfect. I've listened to it once through, but I have heard all of the songs individually with all the different performances that she has had on all the places where she's been interviewed. She's been all over the place. And I just really love her music. I love the way she sings. I love her, The Last Resort. I don't know if I know that. I might know it without knowing the title. Don't you hate it when that happens? When you know a song, but you can't remember the title. So I probably know it, and I just don't know that I know it. But thank you for sharing. I really appreciate your contribution there. So let me tell you what the songs are on this CD. The first one is I Don't Know My Name, which was the song she did in her audition. Love that song. Absolutely love it. And my other very favorite song by her on her CD is Clay. C-L-A-Y, Clay. I love that song. And I like Light the Sky, which is a very, very upbeat, positive, ooh, let's dance kind of song. I really like it. And she also has one called Beautiful Thing, which is about her sister. It's really sweet. Just love it. So yeah, this is her CD. I didn't mention all the songs, but it's an EP, so it's not a real long CD. But I got her CD because I just love her sound. I love her personality. She makes me laugh. You don't know the song, but I've heard of it. He was the leader of the Eagles. Oh, okay. You know what? I probably know the music, and I'm just not realizing it. I'll have to... Hi, oh my goodness. My friend, Cheryl Dennis. Oh my gosh. Cheryl, hi. It is so good to see you. I must give a little bit of history here. Cheryl Dennis was my best friend back before I met my husband, and she was in my wedding. She was my maid of honor in my wedding. I have to give you that, Cheryl, because that's where you were, and that was an extremely important time in my life, way back when I got married almost 28 years ago. So, oh my gosh. Yes, I know. The artwork is really beautiful. As a matter of fact, the cover, what was it? Where did I put it? Oh, it's back here. Yeah, that all that colorful stuff on there. Her sister, I forget her sister's name, But her sister actually drew this artwork that's on here that you can see and that you see on the back there. Yeah, her sister drew that, which I thought was really cool. So anyway, oh, Cheryl, it is so good to see you. Hello, I'm so glad to see you. That's really awesome. Thanks for the emoticons there, Sarah. That's really cool. You guys are awesome. I'm having a great time. Are you having a good time? So, guys, share with me what is creatively inspiring you right now. Okay? That we talked about music. I shared with you my music. And yes, oh, it's so good to see you, Cheryl. It really is. I cannot tell you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did the path to your path to joy. For anyone, you were married 28 years ago. Thank you so much for your compliment, dear Elaine Marie. I appreciate that very much. She said I look like I'm 28. I am going to come right out and say it. I'm turning 50 this year. I know. Having a great time, but I have to go to school. Love you, Ma. Oh, that's okay. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yes, I know. Isn't that amazing? It's almost 28 years, and it doesn't feel near that long. As a matter of fact, it doesn't feel long at all, which says a lot for how happy I am. But anyway, thank you so much for that sweet comment. I appreciate that. So for those of you who joined a little bit later, say what? I know, right? Yes, I'm going to come out and just say it. I'm going to be 50 this year. And you know, most females I know don't really like to talk about their age, but I'm totally cool with it. I don't really care. We age, and that's it, right? That's just the way it is. And I'm actually kind of happy about it. I don't have any problem turning 50. It's actually a really big number, so that's cool. Okay, well then, I'll have what she's having. Where did oh, Cheryl, thank you so much. Where did the time go? You look wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys are being really, really sweet. Honestly. You turned 61 last October. And you still feel like you're 12. See, that's the whole point. It's how you feel that matters, right? And when you have joy, it's like, who cares, right? Are you laughing hysterically, Sarah? I know, I see your emoticon there. So anyway, I'm very, very excited to have everybody with me here today. So in case you guys are still here and you didn't hear about Your Path to Joy group, I have a new private Facebook group called Your Path to Joy. And if you want me to add you to the group, let me know. I already had one request to be added. And the whole purpose, never grow up, ever. Oh, I know. You know, joy has a lot of play in it. One of my navigation buttons is playing joy. I have so much fun with that because I play. I love to play. Play is such a huge part of my life, and it should be a huge part of everybody's life because you know what? It just makes you happy when you're playing, right? Whether you're playing music or playing with paint or playing in the kitchen, making something really cool, playing with your kids, if you have any, etc. You know, all that stuff. Oh yes, you never grow up. That's true. I know, we're all so adulting all the time that we forget to play. That's what Peter Pan was all about. Ah, yes, Sarah. Yep, I totally get that. So anyway, yes, playing joy is one of my new navigation buttons, and I have a lot of fun with that. It's where I have my intuitive watercolor paintings at the Dawn Herring Collection Art Gallery that you can check out. And I also have my 21-day Refresh Intensive course that you can purchase in PDF form. That is also under Playing Joy. Just thought I would mention that. So yeah, so back to what creatively inspires me. I don't know how many of you know that I like to do doodling. I do a daily doodle in my personal journal each evening. I like to draw with black marker, and then I fill it with watercolor pens, markers, by Winsor Newton. And I have so much fun with that. And you know what I just figured out? I figured out that I've been doing a colorful doodle for 2 years back in November. Yes, I've been doing it every single day for 2 years. Can you believe that? I originally actually got the idea of creating a doodle through a course that I took with Janie Frank. I don't know if you know Janie Frank. She is the host of what used to be called the Bubbling Well. I think she calls it the Spiral Well now. I took a course with her several years ago in January, and one of her ideas was to do a doodle every day for 7 days. Well, guess what? I was already writing a word or phrase to summarize my day at that time, and so I decided to use that word or phrase and create a doodle with it. So I've been doing that. I've actually been doing the actual doodle for 3 years, since it was January last month. So I've been doing that for 3 years, but I've been doing colorful ones for 2 years, back in November. So yes, I know, it's really cool. So significant. Thank you, Sarah. So I use Winsor Newton watercolor markers. I do not see them in the stores anymore. They used to be sold like in Michael's and Hobby Lobby, I think, had them too. I'm not sure. And that's where I initially bought them, and now they're not available. You have to buy them through an online source. So I go to dickblick.com to get them. And I recently added Christina. How are you? So good to see you. Hi. Christina, yes. She has 2 adorable little boys and a wonderful husband from what she has shared on Facebook. Yeah, so glad to see you. I'm glad you joined with me today. Awesome. This is actually my first Facebook Live video. I've done Periscope before last year, but hello! But this is my first Facebook Live. And today I am sharing what is creatively inspiring me, and you are welcome to do the same thing. What is creatively inspiring you right now? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. And I'm about to, now that you've joined me, I don't know if you know about the private Facebook group that I have created called Your Path to Joy. Don't know. I sound like I've been doing it for years. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. That was a big compliment. Yes, Christina, I just want to let you know about Your Path to Joy. It's a new private Facebook group that I've created, and the point and purpose for it is to share what is bringing you joy right now. And I like to call them my spots of joy. And I post on there several times a week, sharing with folks what is inspiring me and bringing me joy. And other people are doing the same thing. So if you want to join the group, let me know. You can either look it up yourself or I can add you. I've already gotten 1 request to be added. Yay, Holly. So anyway, so I wanted to share with you my watercolor markers. These are new colors that I just recently got through dickblick.com. They're Winsor Newton watercolor markers. The one thing that I love about them is that they have no odor at all, and they're water-based. It's almost like using watercolor in a marker form. Basically, that's, yeah. I'm creatively inspired to create vegan recipes. You always had the gift of gab. Yes, Cheryl, I do talk, don't I? You know, a little history here. Cheryl Dennis was a co-worker of mine way back in the day when I had a full-time job before I met my husband and a little bit after I met my husband. And we used to sit next to each other. You know, like it was like a circle cubicle with 4 people in a cubicle, you know, with open, there was no walls around or anything. And Cheryl used to sit right in front of me. And we used to talk. And I did most of the talking, probably. But that's how we became such good friends. Yes, we had a lot of conversations when I worked there. Oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, I do have the gift of gab, Cheryl. And you know, it's always for a good purpose, too. Absolutely. So, you got that from her? Oh, so anyway, back to my Winsor Newton watercolor markers. I have been using some that came in like a 3 marker set and then a 6 marker set. And they've changed all the colors up. That's right, I know, right? It's a good thing. Oh, thank you, Sarah. So anyway, these are the new colors that I recently got. One is called Burnt Red, which is kind of like a wine color, which is really, really cool. I love the color wine. It was my favorite color for a really, really long time. So I decided to add that to my repertoire. And then I also have turquoise. Only this one is not as turquoisey as I thought it would be. It looks more blue than blue-green, if you know what I mean. So not quite sure what I think of that one. Then I have indigo, which is a very, very, very dark blue. You talk to people all day, I need that gift. Thankful for it. Oh, that's what you mean. I've given you the gift of gab. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. So anyway, yeah, so indigo is very, very dark blue. I've already used it several times. It's a really good color. And then I also have Hooker's Green Dark, which I have not tried yet. But I have sap green, which is a lighter color green than this one is. So I thought it would be good to have two different color layers to work with in my doodles. I am so excited to have these new colors because I've been working with those other colors for a couple of years, and I kind of wanted to add some new ones. So that has been creatively inspiring me in a big way because I use them every day. And these new colors I just got a few days ago. So I'm really excited about having some new colors to play with, speaking of play. Okay, and then I also got another, I don't know if you've ever heard of Faber-Castell. It's a very good brand of pen. I have several of their dark, their black marker pens that I use. Okay, I talk to people all day and oh, I already saw that, sorry. Anyway, so Faber-Castell also has colored markers, which I have never used before. They're supposed to be really good for doodling. And since I love to doodle every day, I figured that I would get some. I saw these in Michael's, and I got them for half price on Dick Black. I got two sets. I got one that's warm color and one that's cool color. So I'm really, really excited to have these new markers to play with my doodles. Of course, I've been using the Winsor Newton watercolor markers for a couple of years now, so I kind of have to break with tradition, if you will, to test out some new ones with a different brand. And I already used one in a doodle recently, and it was really cool. And so I'm really excited about that. It's really cool. I'm having fun. Are you having fun yet? Are you having fun yet? Tell me what's bringing you joy right now. I'd love to know. What's creatively inspiring you? Whether it's music or food or going for walks. I love going for walks. Today is very cold. Okay, I live in North Texas, and we have... Oh, I'm glad you're having fun, Sarah. Very good. Thank you. I just wanted to say that winter time in Texas, North Texas especially, is very interesting. Yes. And have you illustrated any books? Oh my goodness! Cheryl, what a cool question to ask. Have I illustrated any books? You know what's really interesting? I have always been fascinated with book illustration. Yes, I have. I have always admired book illustration, especially when it's in watercolor form. I really, really like book illustration. As a matter of fact, I follow quite a few artists on Instagram that are book illustrators, or they have, done work for book illustration. And I get very inspired by people who do that. And one of the people who I recently checked out was Danny Gregory. He does watercolor with black ink, which is basically what I do. And so he encourages people to draw whether you think you can draw or not. He's very, very relaxed about it, what I really love about him, because I have a tendency to be very exacting. I used to draw faces a long time ago. I did a lot of portraiture for about 15 years in pencil and colored pencil and charcoal. So I guess you could say that it's been really lovely. I broke out into watercolor about 6 years ago, started doing intuitive watercolor paintings, which I absolutely adore doing because it's so open-ended for me when I do that. And so running into Danny Gregory was a very interesting synchronicity. I found him through Jamie Ridler's studios. Jamie Ridler interviewed him on her Creative Living with Jamie. Oh, Christina, you are currently crocheting a blanket for your living room. Chevron style. Yes, I know the chevron mark. Crocheting helps me create while enjoying peace. Aw, it's my go-to activity when I have alone time and need some joy. There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I have seen some of your stuff on Facebook. I don't know if we're on Instagram together, but I love your stuff. You do some really cool creative stuff with that. I think it's beautiful. I love your stuff. So thank you for sharing that. But going back to the illustration, Cheryl, I have been doing doodle headers on my Refresh Daily blog. I don't know if you've ever visited Refresh Daily blog on my website, dawnherring.net. And I also created new headers for all of my navigation that I've created, the new navigation that I created. Your Path to Joy, Playing Joy, Story Joy, and Reflective Joy. So if you want to see how I do that kind of stuff, it's kind of like a doodle illustration in a sense that I combined those elements and I made those headers. So I would say that I've done some illustration on my own website, but I've never actually done it for a book. That would be very interesting to do something like that. Yes, it is. So anyway, I'm so glad, Christina, that you shared that with me, that you're crocheting. That brings you joy. It is amazing to me all the different ways that people can find joy. And I wanted to share with you a book that I've been looking at. I actually read this book several years ago, and I saw it again in a bookstore and decided to buy it. And I had forgotten that I had already read it, but that's okay, because it has a lot of examples of art journaling, which is something that I did for like 5 years. And if you can see, it's very colorful. Very colorful. It is called Journal It, and it is examples from, let me see, how many different artists? 19 different artists who do art journaling. Art journaling is basically buying like a sketchbook or an illustration book or whatever you want to call it. It's like a visual journal. Okay, I will keep you in mind when I write a book. Oh my goodness. Do you write, Cheryl? I didn't know you wrote. Oh, please tell me if you do. I've been writing for years, but I really would love to know if you actually write, if you like regularly write, or if you're going to write a book and what it would be about. I would love to know that. My goodness. Thank you for telling me that. I actually have an ebook that I wrote several years ago. It's called The Birthday Wall, Create a Collage to Celebrate Your Child. It is a how-to teaching people how they can create a collage on the wall or in any other way that you decide to do it in order to, yeah, I've written a story years ago. Really? Oh my goodness. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, isn't that funny? After all these years, and I'm just finding out now that you've written a story. That is so cool. Are you still writing now? Or is that just something that you did before? That's what I'd like to know. That is awesome. But anyway, so what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. That's okay. I did want to go back to the art journaling. I spent time keeping an art journal, which is basically using a sketchbook and just putting stuff on the page to express yourself, whether it's watercolor paint or acrylics. I don't use acrylics. I use watercolor paint. Stamps, you know, just throwing bits of paper on there. It really doesn't matter what it looks like or how you do it. It's just fun. And I did that for 5 years. I haven't done it in almost a year, which is really strange. I know I did it for so long, and I've always included art journal prompts, you know, on the blog posts that I share on Refresh Daily. So it's been a while though. And I think the reason why I haven't done it since last March is because I have been spending more time. I was talking about the collage. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I was talking about my ebook because you had mentioned that you had written a story, and we were talking about books and illustration and all that. Yes, I have a book. It's called The Birthday Wall, Create a Collage to Celebrate Your Child. It is about a family tradition that I kept with my kids, my 2 daughters. Trying to think how long I did it for. Sarah was, I think she was 12, and my younger one was 11 when I started. Yeah, it started off real small, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And they absolutely adored it. Absolutely adored it. It was my way of showcasing who they were at that time in their life and what was creatively inspiring them, who they liked, you know, as far as like, you know, people on TV or in movies, music that they loved, lyrics to songs. I mean, just all kinds of stuff that I used to throw up on the wall. And I did that for a while. I really did. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. And then in the last couple of years, when they've had their birthdays, now that they're in their 20s, I actually created birthday doodles. I wrote it all on one piece of cardstock, and that's how I started doing it that way. But my kids are older now. You miss them. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. It's like, how long do you do it for, right? I originally started with when they were young children, very, young, like adolescent age pretty much. And I did it throughout their teen years. And it has been a fun ride. Yes, it has. So anyway, but back to the journaling, the art journaling. Thank you for reminding me what I was talking about, Cheryl. I appreciate that. So anyway, Journal It. So this is the book I've been looking at. And like I said, I kept an art journal for like 5 years, and I'm not saying that I'll never go back to it again, but I have been spending more time. Okay, I plan to for Jake when he's in his double digits. Oh, so you want to wait till he's a little older. And I totally understand why you would do that, because I had girls, not boys, and I don't know what a boy would be like, especially because they like to rip things. Well, actually, interestingly enough that you mentioned that, I know somebody who did a birthday wall in a notebook for their son. Her name is Sarah Joyce Bryant. She's actually a friend of mine on Facebook. Hi, Sarah. In case you happen to see this on a replay, or if you're going to watch today now. Yeah, she actually she bought my book and she wrote a review. I think I have it linked on my website somewhere. Yeah, she wrote a review about my book. She thought it was fabulous, and she did a notebook. She actually did it in binder form. She put pages in a binder for her son. He absolutely adored it. So you never know how boys are going to respond, right? They develop slower than girls. Not sure why yet. They don't usually appreciate those things until they're older. I guess it depends on the child. I do. I think it depends on the child, but I totally understand why you would want to wait, because, you got to go with your gut as a mom, right? So anyway, yeah, I was saying before about the journaling, the art journaling. I have been spending, so you could be wrong. Yeah, that's true. Who knows? Everybody's different, right? Every child is different. They're unique. And that's why I love the collage idea to celebrate their birthday, because yeah, I know. Don't I know it? Yeah, because they really love when you point out things to them, that shows that you appreciate their personality and their preferences and well, I wouldn't say their purpose, because I don't know what a child's purpose would be, because they're young. But yeah, I think that's the thing that I really loved about it the most, really. So anyway, I was going to say that the reason why I haven't been doing as much art journaling, I think, is because I have been spending more time doing mixed media on Canvas rather than in a book. Yes, if you go to my doodle design page on under Playing Joy, I'm pretty sure that my canvas that I did, actually both of them should be up there. I have one that's called Moments, and the other one is called Glimpses of Goodness. Yes, those are two examples of mixed media that I have done on Canvas. And then I also did little ones for my daughters for Christmas. So I've been doing mixed media, which is what art journaling is, basically. It's using a bunch of different things and putting it on the page just to express yourself, just to learn how you're feeling at the moment, basically. And that's why I'm liking going back to this Journal It. Who knows, maybe I'll get back to the art journaling again. But I have really enjoyed expressing it on Canvas instead of in the sketchbooks. So that's kind of where I've been going with that lately. So that's what's been creatively inspiring me. And you know what else has inspired me? Birds. Yeah. A couple of times I've been on a walk recently, and I have seen a cardinal. I think it's cardinal, in my neighborhood, and I've taken a video clip of it a couple of times. I shared one of them on my Facebook page if you want to, or on my profile. If you scan down on my profile, I'm sure you'll see the video. And I also shared it on Instagram too. But I love birds. I love capturing them on film. And you know what's really funny? When I'm on my walk and I see something beautiful like that, it's hard to know when to actually take the video because you're enjoying the moment. Yeah, kind of just looking at them with your eyes rather than through your camera kind of thing. So that's always a little tough to decide when to do what without ruining the moment for yourself too. So anyway, you know, I think that was pretty much, I was going to share some video, audio podcast people. I think I'll just mention them real quick and then I'll wrap it up here. Megan O'Toole. She's a social media and artistic kind of lady. I've seen some of her watercolor stuff that she's done on Instagram. I really like Megan. She's really awesome. She talks a lot about social media and building your business on social media. And I get her newsletter, and she has inspired me. I like watching and listening to her talk to other artists and creatives. And so I recommend her. I have a link for her website on my Year in Review 2016. So if you go to my blog, it's at the top. If you go to my blog, it's at the top. So the links are right in there. And then Jamie Ridler. She's the other one who's been inspiring me with her behind-the-scenes videos and her podcast interviews with other artists. So I just thought I would mention those two to you now. They have been creatively inspiring me as well. So I think we've had a very fun, engaging time here today on my first Facebook Live. I'm so glad that you could join me. I'm very excited that so many people contributed. It was so good to see Cheryl Dennis, my old friend, Doris, my mom's best friend, and Elaine Marie and Holly and Hannah and Sarah and everybody else who joined. If I didn't mention all your names, sorry about that. But thank you so much for coming on board and sharing what is giving you joy and what is creatively inspiring you. Thank you so much for all the hearts. I appreciate that, Sarah, very much. And I will be back at some point to share with you what is creatively inspiring me. Be sure to check out Your Path to Joy. If you want to join the group, you can either look for it in the search box, Your Path to Joy, and request membership on that. It is a private group. And the only thing that I request of folks, if you want to join the group, is that you contribute in some way or another, you know, maybe once a week, once a month, whatever it is you want to do. But I would love to hear from you. I don't want you to get on the group and then not respond, because then I won't know what's bringing you joy. I would love to know, because we want to bring joy into the forefront of our focus every single day so that we can experience it again and again and then grow it in our lives. Because at Refresh with Dawn Herring, finding joy takes center stage. And joy, to me, is the precursor for the truest refreshment. Yes. Yes, it is a collective thing, Sarah. I agree with you. The more joy we share, the more joy we experience. It's awesome. So, I hope you guys have a day full of joy, and may joy find you in the most unexpected places. Bye. See you guys later.